G'day Internet and welcome into the Purpose Built Moto Garage. I'm Tom Gilroy and this is the Shannon's Dream Bike Build. So if you're not familiar with who we are or what we do, we're a custom and restoration shop based on the Gold Coast in Queensland. We work on anything and everything, from electric bikes that were built this year, right through to vintage motorcycles built in England in the 1960s. Shannon's talked to us and wanted to follow the process of a customer coming in, purchasing a bike with us and following the complete build. And that's what the Shannon's Dream Bike Build is going to do. We're going to give you an insider's look from when a client walks through our door with an idea for his dream bike, the meticulous rebuild, right up until his first ride. So the client this time around is a guy called Scott from Brisbane. Him and his son wanted a classic bike, so we talked, and over a few conversations we figured out that the ideal motorcycle for him to build his dream bike from is going to be a CB500 or a CB550. So what we got to do next is go hunting for that bike. They're not all that easy to find, so I've got to have to put the word out to a few people I know, see what we can hunt around, and hopefully I don't have to travel too far to get it. So let's go get that done. I've sent out the word that I'm looking for something. Looking online for these Hondas, they're getting really rare now. So if you put into Facebook or Gumtree or sort of bike sales, very rare that you find anything in a state that's ready to be project built. And I've got a lead with a guy that's actually local, which is going to save us a big headache if he has what we're after. His name's Honest Dave. We bought a few things off him before. He has a shed out the back of the Gold Coast with a heap of stuff in it. I don't know if he even knows exactly what he has sometimes. So I'm going to give him a buzz and we'll find out. Hopefully he has what we need. We can go out there and have a chat to him later. Honest Dave.
Hello, Dave speaking.
Hey, I was talking to Scotty from the council. I let him know that I was chasing a Honda 500 or 554, and he mentioned that you may have something. Do you know if you got something stashed away in the back of the shed there?
I might be able to help you, mate. I've got a 500 here, I think, buried in the back.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it still goes or not, but I've got one you can wear, mate.
All right. Would you mind if we come around and have a bit of a look at it?
Yeah, of course I would.
All right.
No, I'm joking, mate.
All right, Dave. I'll see you in a little while.
Okay, stay safe, mate.
Thanks, Dave. See you, mate. You only need two things when you go to visit Honest Dave: cash in your pocket and about 3 hours to have a yarn with him. How you going?
Good, mate.
Good to see you. Is this new? I don't think I saw this last time I was here.
No, you haven't seen any of it, mate.
Yeah. Wow. Nice old projects.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them.
Oh yeah.
No one there, look, barn find one, mate.
Yeah, right. Did you buy them all from the same bloke?
Nah.
I feel like every time I come to see Honest Dave, he's got about 5 new projects on his list. Yeah, so what we're looking for is either a 500 or a 550. And you said that you had one.
Yeah, I did, yep.
Is it for sale? I think everything's
No,
for
you're a
sale.
tight ass, mate. You blokes always coming off for nothing, mate. Want them for nothing. Talk to me. Talk to me. I got this one. That's a 400, but I got a 500.
Righto, let's have a look at him.
You're after the. I thought you were after the 400, but anyway.
I'm always on the lookout for a bargain.
Yeah, it's in here, mate.
That's what we're looking for. Does this come with it?
Oh, if you want. Yeah, you can, yeah. front.
I got it.
There you go. I need a bigger shed, mate. No, I don't. I need to get rid of stuff. That's why. They make them white, do they?
Built to last, I guess.
Put that in there just to piss you off.
Perfect. This bike is exactly what we need. Hopefully Dave's got a tank and we can make a deal. Well, it's sort of a bike. Honest Dave's Magic Bargain Shed.
Honest Dave's Emporium.
Yeah, righto. Well, do you have any other parts for it?
Right there, mate.
Do you have a tank?
A chain.
No, a tank.
A tank. On the wall, mate.
No.
Oh, I might have another one.
The 550.
Oh, for the 550, they're different. Yeah, they are.
Like a bulbous tank.
Yeah, I've done the other tanks.
I think that's my one up there. That
this
with
one?
the chrome cap on it.
That one.
No, that black
That's a
one.
Suzuki. That's this one.
I like to look at that red Suzuki tank.
Ooh, yeah. Been sitting there for a while, mate.
Let's have a
Look at
look.
that candy apple. Used to be candy apple.
Oh, it is too. Someone's done a beautiful black paint job, not bothered to paint the underside.
Mate, what would you offer me for it, mate? Remember, it's got the carbies, it's got the...
Yeah.
It's still got the good pipes. That one, the pipes are a bit shagged.
The good pipes.
Well, yeah, well, mate, it's got pipes, mate. It's got something that will fill the hole. Plus, it's got a tank.
I reckon
I can get 300 for a tank.
a good deal for both of us would probably be 3.5 grand.
Mate, job what? I'll do the job off for 3.5.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Mate, can I help you get on the truck and show you where the street ends?
Yeah. Is there any warranty on this thing or what?
Mate, I just told you where the street ends.
Yeah, that's it. Just got back from a fruitful trip to Honest Dave. We've got our donor bike. I'm about to rip it out. Go show the boys in the shop. See what they reckon. Stuck in the back of Honest Dave's shed. Definitely a few spiders. 10 years worth of dust on it, but it's all there. Engine, frame, wheels, tank. Pretty much all we need. Have a look at it. It's like MIG spot welded, dude. It's horrible. All right, so we've got back from Honest Dave's. The boys are seeing the bike. Now I'm gonna run you guys through just exactly what our plan is, what we've come up with, and probably a few little odds and ends that you need to look out for when buying a vintage bike. Because we're gonna be doing a custom job on this and a complete restoration, a lot of this bike, it doesn't really matter what the condition is because we're gonna go through it and repair and fix anything anyways. First things first, on this Honda 4, we're gonna pull the engine out and Jesse's gonna have a look at what we're working with internally on this motor. It's often a really big chunk of change on these bikes to restore the engine to a standard that we want them to. We often sort of do a bit of performance upgrade. We'll put a new ignition on this thing and make sure it's gonna be nice and reliable. We need to pull that out, have Jesse go through it end to end and rebuild this motor. It'll be looking a lot nicer. We'll have everything nicely vapor blasted and cleaned and polished up. The overall sort of style for this bike is going to be purely classic. We're going to have a few modern upgrades and components, especially on the performance side. A lot of the time these bikes will organically sort of take shape as we do the project. We don't ever really draw things out or put things down. We know what the client wants, we know how to give it to them, so we're just gonna get right into this thing, rip it down and sort of make the absolute best thing that we can out of this old tired motorcycle. But if you weren't looking to do a complete custom job, you're hunting for something to do a restoration, I've bought and sold enough of these old Hondas now that I know sort of what to look out for. So I'll run you through a few of those things too, just as a sort of interest point for you guys. I know a lot of you love old vintage Hondas. If I was restoring this bike, some really good things to look out for. Obviously this bike here, the forks are toast. If anyone's ever painted the top of the fork tubes, it means they've got bad chrome. And often when they put fork gaiters on them, it means the same thing too. So these don't look too bad, but they definitely need re-chroming. The engine You'll notice when I bought it, I didn't bother checking it because we are gonna go completely through this thing. Often you'll buy bikes like this and the cases will be missing off the side, and these side covers can be pretty tough to find. So this one is in not great shape, but it's definitely something that we can repair. So we'll just cut that out and make sure that we patch it up with a nice bit of aluminium, weld it up and finish it back. And by the time we're done, you'd never know it was repaired at all. Now, if you're going for a restoration, these things are worth their weight in gold. Original side covers that are uncracked and undamaged are so hard to find. So, I mean, it's lucky we've got these. We won't be using them, so I'll be giving those or selling them on to someone who needs them more than I do. So in terms of the electrics on these old bikes, if you know anything about old motorcycles, you know that the electrics were often a massive headache for anyone who's owned, ridden or restored these bikes. Just simply because things go wrong on them. You know, connections might deteriorate over time, and no one's ever going to go to an auto Sparky to get that sort of stuff fixed. So what you end up with when you buy a project like this is a motorcycle with 50 years worth of roadside and garden shed fixes in the electrical system. Another thing to look out for when I'm out there hunting for bikes, trying to shop around and find projects, is checking that they weren't stored outside, because that can often mean that things are in a lot worse condition. If they've brought it into the shed after 5 years, given it a clean up and you're buying it, you're not really getting accurate representation of what you're doing. I try to look for tiny little crevices like this inside the engine. So where water would sit if it was sat outside, and there'll often be quite bad corrosion. All the time when I go out to these bikes, if they don't have the tank off them already, I'll just have a bit of a look, like take the tank off, and you can get a decent look at the motor. So one thing I noticed on this thing straight away at Dave's is, well, I mean, firstly, it's absolutely filthy. And I mean, without pulling the engine down, I can pretty definitively say that this thing has had a pretty tough life. Well, I guess the most important thing is, if you're gonna get into vintage motorcycling and this is your first foray into the world, don't be under any disillusions about what you're getting into. No matter what you buy, there's gonna be some work involved with it. That's sort of part of the beauty about owning old bikes, is learning how to keep them on the road and all that sort of stuff. So during my sort of 5 or 6 years in doing this, I've grown to really love and enjoy that sort of side of it. Bringing something like this into the shop, and although we change a lot of things about it, making sure that this motor is still out there running and sort of representing that sort of golden era of motorcycling that everyone's fallen in love with so much. We're really looking forward to getting into this with you guys on the Shannon's Dream bike build. Next episode, we're going to be tearing the bike down, figuring out exactly what we're working with, and the engine will go into Jesse for a rebuild. We'll see you next time. Next episode on the Shannon's Dream bike build. It's not really what you want to find inside a motor.
Easier to get some new crankcases, or if not, a new engine.
Yeesh, old bikes.